a little podcast crib spot, like a little location spot. I'd be down for that. We ain't got the money for it yet. I mean, I ain't got the money for it.
Everything is one step at a time.
I ain't got the money for it.
Sure, I don't either. I barely got money for a
Right,
McDouble.
I mean, it ain't no rush though. I guess it ain't no rush. I don't think it's no rush. But I mean, it's a rush to get these titles. I really want a title. That's something I've been trying to get on my list for a minute. Santa giving me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Telling you, man. Sonny he used to ride his sleigh right over your house and be like,
Yeah, I'm like, some people just don't have chimneys. I'm like, and you just,
yeah.
how people getting presents? I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
I used to think that too. I'm like, well, he come through the front door. Like, y'all leave the key out there.
Right, exactly.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, bro, the key out there. Like, just come on in.
Nah, I'm sorry. Should we say it? Should we say the secret about Santa right now?
I would leave that up for everybody's own personal discovery.
Well, just know my kids ain't gonna know the secret. They gonna be. I'm gonna tell them I'm Santa. That's me. I do all that.
I'm gonna come in and be like, man, he lying. He lying.
I'm gonna be like, look, Santa. For what I know, Santa be power driving people. So unless you want to get power driver, because by that time Undertaker and them ain't gonna be doing it no more. So I'm gonna be like, so unless you want to get a power driver, Santa ain't coming this way.
That North Pole power driver.
Yeah, the power driver from the North Pole. But I think we did talk a lot. We talked a crap load. Hello and welcome back to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Alongside me, Devin Lee Kerms. I know I'm looking kind of weird. It looks like I'm looking down. I'm looking up. I'm looking all over the place. My eyes are kind of hanging. Number one, just got off work. Number two, I got a new place. I can curse now. Okay, maybe I can't. My mom probably still watches this. I can cuss. But yeah, it's just been a whole lot of moving, a whole lot of personal stuff going on. Devin, how are you doing today? Like, what have you been partaking in?
You all see how he tried to. I'm sorry if I'm looking down on you because I'm in a better position. Yeah, just putting himself over and everything, but it's all good. It's all good. I've been doing pretty mediocre because I'm in the Midwest. Look out there.
See this man, you see how this guy put himself over, this guy this guy that, but
yeah, I'm like complaining like, why am I not in the main event?
It's like, man, you see how this guy wants to be chased? Everybody, I hate this guy. Do you want this belt, Devin? I mean,
I complain like, why I'm not in the main event, but I'm like, well, you know what? I could just settle for the tag team championship. Like, what you complaining for? Then
I think the meat card ain't that bad. Like, dang. But look, we just came from War Games. We watched War Games. We said we were going to give our reactions. We couldn't in time where I had to move. It took me a total of 3 to 4 days just to move into here. That's why it kind of sounds a little weird. So, but all in all, it took a little while. Devin had his things going on. It was still stress. But we back and War Games taking place. Devin, let's start with you. What was your favorite match? What match stuck out to you? And what was your reaction? What was your thoughts? What was going through your mind through our War Games?
Man, you say favorite, I'd be like, oh my God, I loved it. The match that caught my eye the most from War Games, I would have to say was trying to play that whole pay-per-view back in my head. I gotta say that the first War Games with the women's, only because they got me really good with Court.
Jake.
Yeah, her shoulder. When she did that like swanton off the top rope into the table, I was just like, okay. I'm like, is she okay? Like, they got me. I was sitting here going like, man, she probably really messed up. And she get all the way to the door, and then they're like, no. I'm like, wait a second, like, what is going on here? And then they trying to pull her shoulder back in place, and then she get the pinfall at the end. I was confused. I mean, not confused, but I was worried. They got me.
Yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I had a love-hate relationship with the match. And that was mainly because of Miss Jade here. And it was mainly to put her over to show that she's, the newcomer in town, which is cool. But like, she had to no sell of Mandy Rose finisher, the total toxic attraction finisher, totally no sell it, kicked out at 2 and just literally just woke up. It was just like, you didn't kick me in the face.
The pain in her shoulder was supposed to be so overbearing that she didn't. No,
Yeah, see, it was like I can't. I just can't. And then she ends up just accidentally falling on a victory. And I can't say accidentally falling, but she just seen a dead body, looked around and was like, nobody finna carry it? Nobody finna, we ain't finna do nothing?
Let me just roll it up real quick.
Right, exactly. It was like, ain't nobody gonna do this, and we ain't finna do the obvious. So, but I mean, it wasn't, I'm trying to be nice here, Devin. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I did like the match, but the match was all over the place. It was really all over.
It really was.
Like, they weren't, I can't say that they weren't ready, but Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction in them, the experience just wasn't there. Like, it was just a lot of stuff that was happening that looked sloppy, that looked uncoordinated, that looked kind of weird, wonky. And then the baby faces had the advantage, but yet Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and I believe it wasn't Raquel. It was what's the name?
It starts with a K.
Oh man,
she had the red hair.
Oh, Kaylee Ray, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Kaylee Ray. It was Kaylee Ray, Io Shirai, and see, I keep missing somebody. It's always somebody, man. Cora Jade.
Yeah.
All three in the ring, getting beat up by two people from Toxic Attraction, two Toxic Attraction members. So it's just like there was no advantage. Even when you had the advantage, you didn't. It was just weird. It was a weird philosophy throughout it all, and it just didn't work for me. The match was good. I'm not knocking the match at all. The match was pretty good. It was just the lead up to it, everything all around it just didn't fit for me.
I get what you're saying. I guess it just stood out to me because I don't want to go like skip over the whole show, but like the whole War Games for me, I was mostly just, and I get this a lot with their shows sometimes. It's like I remember that first match, and then I remember the last match. Everything in the middle becomes like a blur. I'm like, oh yeah, they did have that match in the middle. They did have that cruiserweight match. Oh, okay, I forgot. You know, it's just I kind of gloss over after I look back. I just think about what started and what ended.
Right. And then you had Imperium defeating Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner. To be honest, we're not really shocked about this. I mean, I'm hurt Kyle O'Reilly had to do this whole tag team thing. And then at the end, a lot of people had a problem with him doing the whole undisputed hand sign. Pretty much because number one, you're the last person there. Like, you know, you're kind of not that you're the last person there, but Roderick Strong's doing this thing. He ain't got to worry about no undisputed hand sign. He got his own group. Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly's supposed to be you're supposed to be your own man. You get beat up. Yeah, this for you, Adam. I'm like, what? This for you, Adam. Adam just whooped you. Adam literally killed you months ago. Come on now. And you throwing up this undisputed hands. Like, no, that's foolish. How did you think about it? What you think about it?
He said it's a brotherhood. No matter what we've been through, it's still a
brotherhood.
But I mean, the match I thought was better than what I thought it was gonna be, just because I wasn't going into it, you know, knowing like the current circumstances, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna get a banger out of this one. It was pretty nice for what it was. Then at the end, when with Von Wagner, I'm trying to get used to saying that. Yeah, tried to. I don't even know why he just didn't roll out and go to the back. What you trying to fight your partner for?
Yeah, why is it that deep?
Like, you leaving? Oh, take this with you. And yeah, that didn't work out. So now they finna have a steel cage match on NXT.
And is this the end of Kyle O'Reilly in
pretty
NXT?
Much. This may be his last match, and just I guess they want him to put over Vaughn before he leave.
The usual.
They could have just left it right there, like just, hey, if you trying to head out.
Yeah. And now you have Roderick Strong defeating Joe Gacy. That shocked me because Roderick Strong was like, you know what, this is a cruiserweight belt. I'll beat anybody. I don't care. He's like, this 200, but this belt for everyone. I don't care. So I thought that was pretty cool, but that made me assume that Mr. Gacy was going to win. And I'm glad he didn't, to be honest, because I cannot stand the way this man talk. He tries to be controversial and just like, I am the centerpiece of NXT. Like, he's like some, he just
woke up.
He's a boring Kevin Owens. And I don't mean that with no disrespect.
No,
and
I see what you're
disrespect,
saying.
but he's definitely a boring Kevin Owens to me. Like what is your thoughts on just them or the match in general?
The match is so. I mean, I personally didn't care too much for it. Like just going into it because I didn't want him. Not Roger. I can't even get the guy's name right. You got me too busy seeing Kevin Owens on his face now.
Oh, Joe Gacy.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see because I'm like, all right, it's a cruiserweight championship. Like, why are we even playing around saying it should be all inclusive and this and that? Like, no, it's a cruiserweight championship. If you want that, go win the North American title or something. Like,
dang.
No, I'm just saying. Go play
with
like,
the big
I'm just saying because I look at like cruiserweights in general. I'm like, well, we're not gonna see cruiserweights in the ring with like a Omos or something nowadays. Like, that's why they had their own division.
Okay, Kevin Nash. Dang. Next thing you know, you're gonna start calling them vanilla midgets. Like,
no, it's not even that. I just look at it like the cruiserweight division should be on fire doing cruiserweight division stuff. Like, just don't even try to tease me going, oh, we gonna make this, anybody. Because what will be the point?
Exactly.
What's the point of like 205 Live and all that stuff?
Right. And one thing I thought of, what's the point of this match? Duke Hudson taking on Cameron Grimes in this hair versus hair match.
Hey, I got a question though. I mean, isn't it?
I could care less, to be honest. I didn't.
Oh, I thought you said I could care less about your question. I was like, dang.
No. Well, now I gotta hear the question now. Now I gotta hear it.
No, I was just saying, like, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, ain't in a hair versus hair match, you supposed to be like, your haircut bald.
Yeah.
Like, but he didn't do that to him. Like, he kind of left him with a little buzz cut.
Yeah, he didn't really cut all his hair off. It was kind of just like a little.
Yeah, I was kind of like, all right, he could have. I don't know. I ain't finna wrestle you in a whole hair versus hair match, and I'm just gonna give you a like little buzz cut. No.
Okay, I guess I lied. I guess I said no one cared about this match. Devin clearly cared about this match.
No, I didn't care about the match. I just didn't care about the outcome. I'm like, what is going on? Like
he said, my barber would never treat me like that.
I'm like, you need to get back in that chair.
He said, what? My barber would never do me like. Hey,
did you see this?
Turn on Raw real fast. Turn on NXT real fast. A lot of men say you wouldn't do that.
It'd be so bad.
But
no, I mean, like I said, that's how much I guess, it's like I'm complaining about how the man hair got cut. That's how lackluster like that kind of was.
Exactly.
The fact that's the only thing I'm nitpicking on.
I mean, Cameron Grimes, he has the momentum, which is good. Where'd the $1 million title go? Nobody has it now. It kind of just flowed. It kind of just vanished. Ted DiBiase was like, "Oh, I'll just take that." Like he was like, "I was just here for a grip. Let me just."
Yeah, he said, "I got the real title. I'll catch y'all later."
He said, "It was like Ted DiBiase just walked in the NXT. Yeah. Y'all done with my title? Y'all done with that? Y'all done playing with that? All right, cool.
Can I take it back home?
Yeah, can I take that? All right, cool. I'll fuck with you. Like he's just like getting everybody the head.
That's pretty much it.
But I mean, can't complain about it too much. Cameron Grimes still got momentum. I think he's going to be one of those. Excuse me. I think he's going to be one of those people that Vince McMahon pushes. To be honest, like one of those Austin Theories, because I don't know. Cameron Grimes has one of those, and it's weird to say. Vince McMahon, like the Authority, have those people that are talented, but they're just unlikable.
Can't like them.
Baron Corbin, we see that man everywhere, always around the Authority, and just there. Austin Theory, he's going to be in our faces more often. To me, he's annoying, but he's a great wrestler. But he's annoying. His face just, ugh. And then you got, and I think Cameron Grimes fits that mold. Do you agree?
With a little bit of some changes, I can see it. I don't know. I feel like right now I feel like he'd be on the opposite of that. I feel like he'd be against like somebody trying to help him.
Really?
I feel like he'd be, I got all this money, I don't need your help.
He just Ted DiBiase.
I wouldn't look at Ted DiBiase like an authority figure though. Like, you need to listen to me. I let Ted DiBiase like, you listen to me, you want to get your money up. That's different from what's going on in the
I definitely think Cameron Grimes could have a manager of some sort. I think Cameron Grimes has that. I can see Vince McMahon pushing him. He doesn't have a to the moon catchphrase for no reason. Vince McMahon go do that to him. Go push him to the moon. That's what he's saying. He's giving us. He's building the mold. This is plot twist.
Giving us teasers out here.
Yeah, exactly. So sadly, Team 2.0 came away with the win. They didn't tease us at all. They just came through and just tore house.
I had a feeling that was gonna be the outcome.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Why would Black and Gold win?
Especially that's just. Sorry.
No, like no offense, and I mean this with no disrespect. Most of Black and Gold is gone. What do they have to win? Yeah, we won. Let's all four of us celebrate together. Like, no, it's supposed to be like 30 of y'all. So, I mean, that's how I seen it. What was your thoughts on the match?
The match.
Or just in general, the whole outcome.
Yeah, I'm like, it had good moments, but like to me, I said going into it, I knew 2.0 was gonna win anyway, because it would make no sense for Black and Gold to win. Like, you got these people like you're supposed to be pushing this whole 2.0 is the new thing, it's our new rising stars, and you make them lose. Like, it wouldn't work. But I don't know. I just watched it like, okay. Then you got Bron Breakker. He wins, beating Tommaso. I'm like, wow, they really trying to tell you like, hey, this is where we going. And we gonna pin the champion. I was like, dang, they really pinned the champion too. I can see he pinned like LA Knight or something. No disrespect.
Yeah, exactly.
He just don't have the title.
Well, that means we're just gonna see another month of Mr. Breakker and Tommaso Ciampa, which is, I guess, is it bad? They're trying to push him to the moon, not to use Cameron Grimes' catchphrase, but that's what they're trying to do to Bron Breakker.
Definitely.
Still, let's argue.
He said, I'm trying to come at your head.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk about Raw. I can care less about what happened on Raw.
Wow.
We're gonna talk about a little bit something after this, and then we'll go into our dream match. But we'll talk about something a little bit more serious, and then we'll go into the dream match. But Devin, a couple weeks ago, probably not even a couple weeks ago, you looked me in my eyes and said Liv Morgan is going to win the Royal Rumble. And I have salt or hallucinogen. I had to snap out of whatever I was thinking of. And I was like, Devin, you can't be serious. You foolish. Your Royal Rumble winner, predicted Royal Rumble winner, just lost her number one title shot to Becky Lynch. Granted, it was 30. It wasn't a clean finish, but I guess that's her way of being protected, and we might see her get a little bit of momentum. She has a little bit of momentum off of that. No matter what nobody says, you lose to the champion by a dirty finish, and it's not clean at all, you have some momentum because they couldn't beat you straight up. So, Devin, is Liv Morgan, you're still projected WWE Royal Rumble winner.
Rumber! See, look at it. He's so excited he couldn't get it out all the way. Rumber. Man, look at this. See, look at that. Look at that. The Devin Grimes Jr. prophecy is coming to fruition. I called it, ladies and gentlemen. I called it. I foreseen it. I seen this stuff coming. My spidey senses was tingling. All right, I'm done building myself up. Man, I tried to tell you, man, you want to throw your Xbox out the window and everything, all over dramatic and stuff, just because, I can see the future sometimes. I just can't help it. But, hey, after all that, I was feeling really good afterwards. I'm like, man, she got this. I don't know. Now, look, my plans is working. I don't know if they're going to work exactly right, because, shoot, all we know, they may get her the title at day one. Maybe they just trying to get more people behind her. Like, we're going to play this whole... It was nothing. They're going to play this whole thing of her whole life and everything, interviews and stuff, and then they build all that just to get her to get cheated, which I guess that's the plan, though, just to make the final payoff, I guess, better. But still, my plan pretty much is it's a little altered, but...
Was it a good match? Did you like that match?
I liked it. I thought the story they was trying to tell was pretty cool. I ain't know how many more roll-up pins she was gonna hit her with. I was like, okay, roll-up pin. I seen almost every variation of roll-up pin. I'm like, don't win like this. You need to win with a... Huh? Oh
You
yeah.
did.
I just was
So
like,
were you entertained?
I was thoroughly entertained.
Now, do you think Liv Morgan is ready?
I think that was the test. I think that was the test to see. You see, they were supposed to have a.
You didn't answer the question though.
She passed the test. She is ready, bro. I think she is ready. They just trying to go at that sympathetic route. So you'd be like, man, she really deserves. I mean, they're already saying this, but like, WWE, they like to burn you down to try to build you up. And
Let me tell you about this man.
Let me tell you
about this man. I got to tell you the storyline to this. Because I said, did you like the match? Yeah. I liked it. I'm like, okay, cool. You liked the match. Is she ready? Well, I mean, this was the test. No, we have to take it into consideration. We need to give her at least another year. Like, I think she's good for a tag team champion. That's cool. I think she's good for a small little title run. If she's winning the Royal Rumble, why do we expect her to beat up Becky Lynch or Charlotte when we just seen Bianca Belair can't even take both of them? Come on now. You can't expect me to believe that.
Man, that's because Bianca, she was getting cheated too. That's how you know you on somebody's level when they got to cheat to beat you. She had to cheat just to beat Liv. Liv could have had her, but no, let me grab this rope.
And you said that's what I was going to. I seen every variation of roll-up pins, and you like the match, and Liv is ready. No, that ain't ready. I'm sorry. Look, her springboard middle rope code breaker is not it. I'm sorry.
I mean, she definitely need a new finisher. I do know that because you gotta have a finish you can hit anywhere.
I've seen her hit at least 12 different variations of a code breaker. Like, no.
Ain't it?
Stop it. Like, I'm not saying Liv is a trash. She is a wrestler. She's just not a great wrestler yet. She will be. Like, I'm not doubting Liv at all. I'm not saying she will be, or I'm not saying she won't be I'm not saying she's horrible. I'm not saying she will forever be horrible. I'm saying she's good. She will get better. She will be great. Why are we watching this?
It is kind of rushed. That's why I had my plans a little further. I was like, Royal Rumble, build up some momentum from like December to like mid-January. Then like, be like, what? I think she all right. Win the Royal Rumble, go to WrestleMania. And I ain't gonna jump that far, but one step at a time. That's how I looked at it. It is kind of rushed, but I'm behind it because I figured it was gonna go this way anyway.
I mean, yeah.
You're not wrong. The only way you get to high caliber level is to perform at high caliber levels. So she gonna come away from this match even better. Maybe she gonna do 50-11, roll-up pins in a match.
I hope not. And to be honest, in every match I've seen, it's always been code breaker, roll-up pin, code breaker, roll-up pin. You're athletic. We get it. Like, but I just want to see more.
And you will. I'm betting on it.
There has to be more. And speaking of, I'm praying on it. I'm praying on it for sure. And speaking of praying on it, into more serious topics, Jeff Hardy was sent home from a house show earlier this week. Nobody knows what's going on. Matt knows what's going on. Obviously, it's his brother. And he said that he doesn't want to disclose or say anything. Obviously, he's going to let Jeff do it. And he loves his brother and he's okay. He's okay and he's at home. So I don't want to bring this up in a negative way. We're not bringing this up in a negative way. But we talked about this for weeks about Jeff wanting another push and Jeff having another run in them. And we're just saying, no, you're okay sitting down. Maybe an IC title run, maybe a US title run. Other than that, no, you're okay just chilling. And that's kind of why we use this as an example, because wrestlers aren't superheroes. They have to go out and go through all this wear and tear. What do you think a world championship's gonna do? That's twice as much. That's twice the work. That's twice the extra. we're not saying this. So when we're saying, and I don't mean to take up all the talking time, Devin, but like just going as an explanation is we're not trying to speak negatively on a superstar or them personally. It's just not only we're looking at the wrestling side of it, but also the personal side of it. And this is like an example of it. So, Devin, is there any thoughts or anything you want to say on the Jeff Hardy matter?
Yeah, like I'm glad to hear that he's doing okay and that he was able, to go home and take care of what's going on. And like you said, I'm perfectly fine with his resume of what Jeff Hardy has accomplished in his career. Like I'm content. Like I'll look at him and be like, yeah, you did what you had to do. I don't need any more. I don't need another big world title run because, like you said, that's just even more. That's even more, you know, intense matches you got to put on. That's more, shows you got to go do, and just it's a lot more that we don't, really need from him. He's given us a lot already over the years, and I'm fine. I don't need any more added to him. For me, he's fine for me.
Exactly. You know how great a wrestler is when you want to turn on one of their matches. Jeff Hardy, you could get a bunch of them. We talk about the Undertaker match always. He has so many TLC matches that we could just throw off the bat, and so many spots on there that he's the main attraction on the match. So Jeff Hardy's not no slouch, world champion. He even went over to TNA and took over there. And so it's just like stuff like that. Jeff Hardy is not no slouch. We're just saying, we just don't think now is the time. And so we are hoping for the best. We're hoping always, wishing nothing but the best for him. And David also have another question. I know I said I'm going back and forth with the questions. But like, my bad, I heard some noise and I was like, oh, is that
I thought somebody was sneaking up on you. I'm like, you got Brock Lesnar coming already? He found your new spot already? I ain't say nothing this time.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what just happened? Like, I was like, well, it didn't even have to be that quick. But like, we talked about this. We talked about this in text message. MJF and CM Punk, they originally had a promo, and MJF, and forgive me, because I'm not a pet person. I do have a dog. I love the dog, but I'm not that insane of a pet person. CM Punk was in the ring. MJF came in there, talked about, trying to get into Britt Baker's, Bakers. I'm trying to get into that. And then CM Punk kind of just brushes it off, but CM Punk doesn't start going crazy until he mentions his dog. Thoughts, Devin?
I mean, if somebody walked up to me and was like, man, Devin, you sure? I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, it is what it is. Man, that's why I'm going to do that to your dog. Hold up. My dog ain't got nothing to do with this. That is me personally. You do something to my man, you do something to do, and that's gonna be the end of you. Like it's just...
I mean, yeah. Like if somebody walked up to me, man, I'm gonna put your dog to sleep. Okay.
I mean, you gotta look at it like you gotta look at it. CM Punk probably walk that dog, feed that dog, do all that stuff, and here goes somebody, man. I'm gonna do that to you. Man, you're not. No, you're not.
Nah, somebody just walked up to me on live TV and accused me of on trying to get with another girl while my wife is at home watching.
I mean, if it ain't true,
while the dog that he's about to talk about is watching, and then he gonna say something. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do that to your dog. The dog probably looking at the TV. What?
Well, no. See, but no, think about it. The dog was actually there. His wife wasn't there. So if my wife at home and you want to bring up all that mishmash, that's fine. But you gonna talk about my dog and my dog literally in the locker room waiting on me. I gotta defend my dog first. Man, you don't know. People be out here crazy, man.
I don't know. I'm not gonna be out here just being like, man, why'd you beat up that dude? She just made fun of my dog, man. I just can't. You ain't never finna talk about Tootie like that, bro. Man, like, no.
See, because you ain't never experienced that nice bond, that great. Why you think they always say dog is a man's best friend? You ain't had that best friend yet. It's your friend, but is Tootie your best friend?
No. I can't do a podcast with Tootie. See, I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, it's I can't do stuff with Tootie.
Like this. See, I know he was gonna tell the world I'm his best friend.
See, look at this dude. See, he didn't even know.
I had to snake it out of him.
I had to snake it out of him. He said he wouldn't have said this if we weren't live.
But I get what you were saying though about the whole thing. It's like you really finna fight. You finna walk up the whole ramp because it's he gonna do something to your dog.
It was just anticlimactic to me. That's all.
I see what you yeah. Especially for them to have all that fire they was spitting the week before. Now I'm gonna do this to your dog. Now you want to start throwing punches.
Exactly. That was the final blow.
Like you.
But speaking of final blows, we don't have to get to the very last part of our show, the dream match. Now we saw a picture that was like we had to pick different wrestlers based on our first names. And to be honest, our names was kind of hard. Especially the eyes. There's only like 2 people with eyes. So the new thing me and Devin are going to do, and we're probably going to use one for next week as well. We're going to pick one person, one letter. Or how about this? I'll pick one of Devin's letters. Devin will pick one of my letters for this week. And since I's out of the question, it's pretty much S and A's. I got 2 A's and 2 S's. And Devin has a D, E, V in the end.
I had a lot of problem with
the V.
Yeah.
So a D, E, and an N. D, E, N, and an S, A, and an SAS. I'll drop an A. So Devin, which letter do you want from me?
You said I got
S, A, and S. So I mean, you got 2 in between 2 letters.
I'm gonna pick. Shoot, I'm gonna pick S.
You gotta pick S.
The first S in your name.
The first, sure, yeah. I didn't put it in a specific order. Like, to be honest, you're gonna be shocked about who I picked. I actually wrote it down when I got home. Because the guy I got that's gonna be stepping in the ring for me. Because ain't no stopping him now. Shelton Benjamin. I got Shelton Benjamin going into the ring for Isaiah Jackson Jr., Team Jackson. Devin, who do you have? And I'm picking N.
N was a real jack in the box, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I only really find a lot of women in N.
You picked a woman?
Yeah, for N. Oh, because the original question was a stable. I was just like, every great stable has a woman in it.
This man pick.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Who is the N lady that you had?
It was I feel like she could take him though. It was gonna be Nia Jax. In my stable. Okay, in my stable. That's why I looked at this as a stable. I ain't look at it as how can this person just be on their own, a stable. And if I had a stable with the other people in my name, and you got not, okay, you know what? I ain't even gonna get on into
it. Here. Then let me get D. Who was D?
D. I had Daniel Bryan.
Crap. Yeah. Daniel Bryan versus Shelton Benjamin.
Hey, but that could be fire though.
Tell me how. Tell me why Daniel Bryan's winning.
Shelton ain't no pushover, dog. I already know this. He just ain't been utilized to the fullest amount that he could be. But in a match between Shelton Benjamin and Daniel Bryan, I'm gonna have to pick Daniel Bryan in this match. Only because I know Shelton Benjamin is like very athletic, maybe levels athletic over Daniel Bryan. You don't see Daniel Bryan running the bladder, his clothesline and people. Like, you just not gonna see that. He might go up there and drop kick you, but it ain't gonna be as impressive. So, in terms of a match, I feel like in a match, Daniel Bryan will be able to wear down Shelton Benjamin in a way where all that athleticism will not be something he can rely on in this match, and he just gonna have to rely on instinct, and that ain't gonna be enough. Why you making that face? Because you know I'm right. Because Daniel Bryan gonna soften him up. He gonna soften him up. Then he gonna start hitting him with them kicks. And after that, we'll see lock him in I was about to call it. I was just so he's being was it the yes lock? Because I remember it was the LaBelle lock at one point. He gonna lock him in that and Shelton tapping. I see it's happening. And I love Shelton Benjamin, but I'm sorry. I don't think he can measure up against my boy Daniel Bryan.
Hey, Shelton Benjamin beat Triple H first. He did. He was the one that way before Daniel Bryan got to the WWE.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he totally forgot about that. Yeah, he totally forgot about that. You remember that? He went over, he tried to roll him over, then he hit him with that, I was this close. This close. So Triple H is like, you funny, huh?
I mean, but
like, I'm a very backstage. I'm gonna do you like Booker T.
See, man, did Shelton Benjamin beat John Cena?
He barely got a chance to match up to him because he was holding that IC title for so long. While Daniel Bryan still wasn't doing nothing, getting beat in 18 seconds?
Hey,
was
relax.
doing what?
Relax. You know what?
Look,
you're right.
Daniel Bryan, look, he couldn't even hold the title for that long. I mean, he did have a nice run when he changed the title to that green friendly championship.
Eco-friendly, man.
Eco-friendly championship. That was cool and all. But like even when he had the title beating the Evolution in a day, he only had the title for 80 days? Not even 80 days, right? Like a couple days. Like, even then, how long did he have that IC title? Not too long. He came back, didn't really do too much, got beat up by Roman, got choked out by Roman multiple times. My man, Shelton Benjamin, my man's been doing this for a minute. He's been doing this since OVW. Not only is he durable, he is athletic. Ain't nobody, Daniel Bryan ain't wearing down nothing. Shelton Benjamin, number one, I think he's well stronger than Daniel Bryan. I think he's a lot more athletic. He's not as technical as Daniel. That's probably over the biggest thing. But I could definitely think he can out-wrestle Daniel Bryan. So we not finna sit here and underestimate Shelton Benjamin. Don't let his mama be there neither. He gonna do that. So it's just like...
I'd be like, I ain't saying
no, don't let Shelton mama be there. Exactly. Because like Shelton's that dude. You're not one of the top 10, not even top 10. I can't even call them top 10 Intercontinental Champions because there's so many people up there that I would consider him one because of his title reign, his 200 and something plus. And then you have him and the tag team champions. Not only that, he works well with others. He's beating Daniel Bryan. He's getting out of that. Had nothing to do with nothing. I was just explaining how great he is. Like,
say he get well with us. I'm like, dang.
No, I was just explaining how great he is.
If there was only one seat left, Shelton Benjamin will get up and let you have that seat.
I think he would overpower him. He ain't in the hurt business for no reason. Daniel Bryan just started kicking off heads. Shelton Benjamin been flipping people over the ring, flipping people all over the place. Like his successor can't even do it no more. No offense to Kurt Angle, but he can't do it no more. Charlie Haas, his friend, probably can't even do it no more at the elite level. Shelton Benjamin been doing this since 03. Stand up, Shelton. Ain't no stopping me. No. You can't rock a band. No, I was like,
no, I was gonna let you get all that out. I was gonna let you get all your little nostalgia out.
I needed that just because I don't know. Ever since Shelton was elite.
Ever since I saw a match between Daniel Bryan and Shelton Benjamin's good old friend, good old pal from the OPW days, Brock Lesnar, that showed me Bryan. I was about to call him Bryan Danielson. I mean, that's his name, but WWE term, Daniel Bryan, all he need is not even an inch, just a little centimeter, just a little bitty. Yeah, we going to the metric scale, baby. That's all he needs, that little slight of opportunity. And he will bring you down to your knees and kick you in your chest so many times. And that's going to be it. And if he was able to get Brock Lesnar that way, almost, I get it. He ain't finished the job, but it is Brock Lesnar we talking about. But that's how close Daniel Bryan came. That's how long that man was able to last. So you trying to tell me he can't last with Shelton Benjamin?
He can't.
I don't know.
And I'm about to tell you why. Because Shelton Benjamin trained with Brock Lesnar out in Minnesota. They in college, they were wrestlers, elite wrestlers. So not only did you just say, oh, Daniel Bryan just need that smash, just need that. Shelton Benjamin, they need that. He was already up there with Brock. They was wrestling each other, pause, all throughout Minnesota. So it was like they already showing that they're already up there to an elite level. I'm not saying
They feel like they at Walgreens they just wrestling in the little.
You seen it at the Royal Rumble. Shelton Benjamin pulled up, man. Brock Lesnar. I can't even say what I was gonna say. Man. But you knew what Shelton was gonna say.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't part of this.
Shelton was gonna be like, yeah, what's up? Insert Booker T, word here. And you got
this man.
Brock Lesnar. Like, come on now. Shelton Benjamin's elite. He's swole, overly swole. They ain't finna fold for that. He ain't finna fold for no Daniel Bryan, the world's strongest vegan. Come on now.
Hey. I think that's a very nice lifestyle. Look, I ain't living it, but I don't have a problem with it. But I digress. All I know is in this match, it's gonna be a really decent wrestling match because those are two great wrestlers right there. But it's smirk.
It's gonna be some great wrestling because they're wrestlers and they're two great wrestlers. I'm like,
I could just see me getting. I could just see me getting booted off of WWE television just for those words. Why would you say that? Why would you say this is sports entertainment?
Yeah.
But man, that would be a decent match, even though we just kind of pulled that out of the hat.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. It's nice. And with that, is there any last words you would want to say before we close out the show right now? Let me sit down right here.
He kind of. Oh, you got jokes. He talking about I gotta sit down. Like I will be up here preaching. Like. But no, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be. Yeah, you funny, man. All right, I ain't gonna let him distract me. I learned this in promo class. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening. That's called. Dang, I probably need to go back to promo class. I ain't finna be distracted no more by my co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Devin Crimes Jr. with Isaiah Jackson Jr. This is the Heel Turn Podcast, and hey, it's been a lot going on. Isaiah, he finally got him a little spot he found out there. Real nice and everything. He's still trying to get adjusted. But we still going to be bringing you what we've been bringing you. I can't do this, man. You keep popping up like a hedgehog, man. And I can't. I was thinking that he come from the top of the screen. I'm really done. This man, Spider-Man.
I was going to do the 50 Cent, like hanging up.
Yeah, I'm like, is he gonna pop up in Spider-Man No Way Home too, man? But that was y'all know what it is. Y'all already know. We gave you how we felt about War Games. I thought it was all right for this whole NXT 2.0. It was okay. It wasn't takeover level, but it was all right. I can't ask for too much more. But we have nothing else in terms of pay-per-views for the rest of December until the January 1st, because they like to make wrestlers work on New Year's Day, which I think is kind of messed up. They could at least wait until January 2nd. People may want to go out, have fun or something, but no, they got to come to work. But hey, they're making money, and you already know I'm pretty much going to watch it, so why am I complaining? So I already know he's going to talk about that later. I'm going to give the mic back to my co-host and his newly found place that he has found.
Thank you.
See, you didn't have to even sit down. Like I just.
Hey, I was going to, but I was like, you know what? Nah, let me wrap this up real fast. But all in all, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for listening on Spotify. Now that I got the new crib, Spotify will be up and available tomorrow morning. That's just going to be straight grind mode. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And always